Hello, Collectibles, and today we're looking at the Spider-Man figure, Marvel Universe. Of course, Collector Zone. Check the link below. You get 5% off using code EZCZ. And as well, if you buy from other buyers like Big Bad, link is down below for Big Bad Toy Store as well. But Collector Zone 5% off. You really can't beat that deal. Anyway, today we're looking at the Hot Toys 1/6 scale Spider-Man 2099 black suit. Now, I don't know what the black suit means, not too much into the lore, but to me, it looks blue. So, this is the box. The box is very nice. I like the box, actually. The box is very, very nice. It just looks all in all, like, great. It just, like, I don't know. It just has something about these Marvel Spider-Man boxes that just really steal the show for me. The design in them and all the texturing and all the beautiful art and whatnot. It's really cool looking and what you get and stuff. So as you can see, the spider emblem on the back, which is glossy, and then you have matte finish and then gloss here. They really take their pretty precious time on these boxes when it comes to other figures. Stuff like Star Wars and stuff like that. We get the regular shoebox dictated by Lucasfilm, which, I mean, you can't help to an extent. There is the inside of the box. As you can see, I'm wearing a Baby Yoda shirt. In the reflection, you can see Baby Yoda. Can you see it? Can you see it? Oh well. But the figure isn't there. Where is it? Baby Yoda, tell us, where is it? Hey. But inside the box, I took out everything because I wanted to go through the figure for. You see that piece of dust just flying there? For a real review. So I go through my figures first now and then tell you everything, because I don't want to have to go back in the video and be like, oh, it's perfect, cut. It's not perfect. So figures out of the box, boom, there it is. And here's the figure. So it looks magnificent. Yes, it looks amazing, amazeballs, the colors, the details, everything just looks beautiful, of course. Let me go with the stuff it comes with. It comes with a dynamic stand, as you know, the claw grabber. As you can see, I didn't even touch them. As you can see here, the claw grabber, and I'm not going to use those claws. They look horrible, grabbing the figure around the waist to me, and it's way too much to maintain. The claw grabber literally kills the figure's suit. It grabs onto the suit and it just indents. I mean, these are rubber suits, so after a while it'll form to whatever it's, under pressure with. And with that claw grabber, you can't use them. We just can't. It just doesn't work with these suits. It indents and damages these figures. So I'm totally against that dynamic stand for these type of rubbery suits. I will not use them. My Superman didn't use them. My Spider-Mans don't use them. The only figures I probably use them on is my Iron Man or Stormtroopers, which, I mean, that's about it. And I think Heavy Mando probably coming with one. Anyway, you get a lot of hands here. You get a lot of hands. These hands are a really good array of hands. You have these like shooter type web hands, which they're really good if you want to focus. And these shooter type hands are really good. Like, the details in them are like crazily good. I really love the details. Like, as you can see, the little design in them, and you get that metallic sheen. The paint job carries throughout each and every single hand. So you get like a fist. Whoops. You get a fist hand. You get like a pointy hand, which this pointy hand is kind of weird. I don't know what you would use the pointy hand for, but wasn't in focus. You get like a claw grab hand, which is pretty cool. This hand is one of my favorite looking hands, I have to say, because the way it just looks. It looks sick. It looks creepy with the little claws on him. It looks like a nasty little man. What? Anyway, but these look really sick. I like the look of these. And then you have like I showed you, the spiderweb hands. Now this is for the web attachments, I assume. These go on the hands itself for, I think they're here. This piece pops off. If I can do it on camera. Pop off. Pop off. Ah. So that piece pops off right there, and then you can put your web attachment hands onto, okay, wrong hand, but you can put your web attachment hands onto this right here. So like so, you just grab this and think it goes this way. Nope, goes that way. I'm being stupid. And you just stick it on right there. And then that allows you to put the web of your choice into this little slotted hole right there. And then you can have the web effect of whichever web you choose from the webs. So this is one of my favorite ones, the web grabbing one, because it just looks so dynamic and cool. But that's a little cool feature. I like what they did here to incorporate that kind of a design in him. So I like that. Other figures were a little bit different here and there. This is the first time I've seen this actual design, so I like this. So now that we're all done going through whatever he came with, as you can see, that's all that he came with. I'm gonna go through the figure, the details, and the articulation. Okay, so here he is. Spider-Man 2099 black suit, whatever that means, is here. Details, look at that base. Now the base I didn't go over because I'm gonna go over it now. The base I don't like for reasons of this hexagonal base. I never liked. As you can see, it says Spider-Man 2099 just printed on there on the plastic. I don't like that. I think it's a little bit cheap. Let's take them off here for a second. The base is actually textured around certain areas, and then you have gloss around highlighted areas such as his face. That's all gloss right there, and it looks really good. I mean, it gives that really, you know, kind of special, premium, exclusive looking figure base. But at the same time, I don't like these hexagonal designs because of what they deliver. It looks kind of cheap. As you can see, that's the slot in the back for the dynamic stand, which I'm not going to use. And then you have his feet, which are not split boot design. It's just one go. Articulation is not hindered. I'll go over that later. Moving up, you can see his feet and knees and all the different textures and materials, like this shiny material, then you have like a matte material, and then this metallic material, which is all really nice and fancy. I like it. There's more of him. The suit looks nice, but I tell you what, the suit really looks nice. I like everything about it. I just brightened up the light a little bit because light is getting kind of hard to pick up on this guy. But as you can see, the detail helmet, that's fine. I'm fine with that. As you can see, the muscular tone in the undersuit, it is squishy muscles, everything. Not much you can do with it. I know, but at this price, you know, like, you don't want to have to deal with such things, you know. And head articulation is good, of course. I don't feel at all, there's zero neck movement. I don't have no neck movement whatsoever. I'm trying to push this guy, and it doesn't want to move. So there's no neck movement at all. Head movement, it is good. I do give it that you get a lot of articulation out of him. You can really force some crazy poses out of this guy. But other than that, the poses, you can get the dynamic out of him, but that doesn't mean you can risk the suit like that. Oh God, I love this though, articulated feet. But that doesn't mean you can risk the suit. Like, I had Advanced Suit Spidey, I think his legs were something of that kind of nature in this area. As you can see, in this area, it was kind of like this. And whenever I took him out of pose, this suit stuck to itself, and I couldn't get it apart, and it ended up ripping tiny little pinholes into the knee gap. So that right there turned me off about these figures. And it just, ever since then, it was just a horrible, horrible experience with these Spider-Man figures. I don't like it. It kind of invalidates my will to collect these things because of the way the figure is. Nice butt, and then an awkwardly large groin section, and it's squishy. So for you gals who's out there, squishy, nice and touchy. So that really took away the collectability out of these figures for me. I didn't really like that. But if you want a museum pose, heck yeah, dude. Like, this thing is sick looking. Like, this thing, like, if you can little bit of posing and little bit of turning here and there. Even the bicep, when you go to turn the bicep, you know, you get this kind of weird, awkward, bendy situation going on. It kind of loses that muscularity like that. It's just kind of losing that muscularity tone in him. Now, a lot of people will say, oh, you're just complaining. Oh well, that's how I am. That's my reviews. I pick them out for what it is. And another thing, actually, I wanted to point out, like, the stitching. The stitching is kind of, let me get his arms out here. The stitching is kind of awkward. It's a little bit sloppy in some areas. Like, as you can see right here, let me get that on camera. Right there, the stitching is very up and down, up and down, up and down. It's pretty botched, I would say, around here. And then you'd probably be like, oh, that's not that bad. It is bad considering that the other side is damn near perfect and seam line, you know? So I want to see that kind of quality control on Hot Toys start to fix up and get a little bit better. You can see it more so on his underarms. Let me see if I can get you. Right here, you can see that kind of botchy. And on this guy, on this side, it's very seam line and pretty and nice. So somebody's doing the right side and somebody's doing the left side. I don't know if two different people is doing it or what, but you have certain things like that, you know, Hot Toys, you should be out of that criteria by now. Like, you should be way past that kind of stuff. But articulation, man, I love the articulation with these figures. The figure is really offering you a lot to play with, so that's a good thing. These guys are crazy articulated and fun to play with because it's Spider-Man. You wouldn't have it any other way, but the way the suit is made, you see, you just can't do that. And that's just, I mean, you can. Look, I'm about to put him in a crazy pose or whatever. I'm gonna twist his arm a little bit. Oh man, that bicep doesn't even want to turn because of the suit. Say whatever pose he's doing, and he does work well with poses, as you can see. Ab crunch is crunching, and like he's good for it. He's good for it. I mean, there's nothing bad about it. As you can see right there, as you can see, like that, he gets into poses. I mean, I'm not saying the suit is hindering anything. It just looks ugly as hell. I mean, what is that, you know? I mean, is that something you'd want to leave this figure posed in? If you're that person saying, hey, I like this figure, why are you complaining about it? Is this something you would like to leave your figure posed in? I mean, look at all these bends and creases going on, and over time, you're gonna get damage in this area. I'm telling you, that's what it's gonna be. That's just how it is. Say I'm hating on the figure or not, this is just how it is. you're gonna get damage in these areas. And when you do sell it, which a lot of sellers sell, it's not gonna be a wanted figure because, you know, it's damaged. You're gonna have parts that just won't go back to how it was. You're gonna have areas which is gonna be a little ripped. And I've seen a lot of people, actually, right out of the box, they have these little glued down pieces coming up. These pieces are coming up and getting unglued. As you can see on, I think it was this one. This part was, see, it's already coming up. As you can see, kind of, it's lifting up. So that's already an issue out of the box. So imagine down the road or playing with him and articulating and whatnot, it's gonna be a little bit you know, because it's just not an attractive material to play with. It's one of those leave it in a museum pose and never touch it again type pose figures. So with that being said, see, after a little bit of working it, you can see it right there. Look at all this dibbly dibbly blue blah. It's just a bunch of wrinklage. And quite frankly, I don't want that. I don't want that on my figure. You know, I don't want that kind of mess. It just, let me see the back. Yeah, okay, see? Now this one, yeah, you can morph it with your hands and work it out and push it and do this and that and oh, it's back together. After a while, that's gonna start sitting there and staying like that. So with that being said, I'm gonna have to give this figure a 7 out of 10. Is it a bad figure? No, it's not a bad figure. It's just bad material. I have to give it a 7 out of 10 because it's just one of those figures you can't really pose. It's not bad and it's not great. So it just looks really good. And that's what most of the points are coming from. It just looks freaking good. I just love the whole look of it. The colors, the red and the blue, yeah, the material is great looking, but not great feeling. And everything else is just, you know, the 7 out of 10 literally comes out of the aesthetics from this guy. As you can see, look at that color and all that kind of stuff. I mean, the design is not Hot Toys design. It's you know, Marvel's. So I would say 7 out of 10 is worthy for this figure. It's pushing that 7 out of 10 because of how much lackability you have in the entire suit itself. But other than that, hope you enjoyed EZCZ Collectibles. Don't take these reviews negative. I know you're used to seeing a lot of people saying, hey, this figure's perfect, it's great. You can't argue about this figure. It's just the best, it's bar none perfect. Boom, boom, shiggity boom, boom, and that's how it is. No, I don't like doing that. I'm more of a review. I want to review. I want to push the figure. I want to see what it does. Not to a breaking point, because that's not recommended for these Hot Toys, obviously, and that's not how we should treat them. But I want to push them to a point where, you know, that's how these figures should perform. I don't want to have to mod these. I don't want to have to do anything to them. So with that being said, that's how I'm going to review them. So 7 out of 10. If you think it deserved higher, comment down below. If you think it deserved lower, comment down below how you think, or what do you think about these figures. So give the video a like. A lot of you guys aren't even liking the videos. Thousands of views and barely any likes. So like the videos, subscribe to the channel, and I hope to catch you next time hanging from the Empire State Building. I'll be getting bad guys and eating coffee and donuts. I'm kidding, that's not really a New York accent, is it? Sports, I like sports. No, that's Boston. I give up.